guests, and before that I just wanted to briefly, I just realized that I wasn't providing enough context for what you're seeing. So I wanted to talk to you about two things tonight, and those things are animals and God. And these two themes, I think, are part of the work that you've seen tonight and that you will continue to see, but that's actually not why I chose them. Why I chose them is that I think most of us in our lives have, at some point, touched animals. And I know for a fact that each one of you in this room, no matter how tall you are, no matter how much you weighed when you were born, God. But what is the connection between those two things? Why do animals keep coming up to us in our lives as we live them and asking to be touched? And why, when we touch those animals, God? These are the questions that presented themselves to me while I was shaving myself this afternoon in preparation to meet you. But let me step back. How many of you know what an animal is? Put up your hands. I can't actually see it. Just a few of you. What is an animal, in your own words?
It's a living creature who has a brain and is furry, maybe.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good. Let's go. Okay. Okay, but let's think about the word. What can you spell with animal? L-A-A-I-M-N. Exactly. But also N-I-L-M-A-N. Nil man. Zero man. Zeroed out the man, then you have the animal. Now this is something you can learn from any website, but what you can't get from a website is fur. Okay? No website, even Facebook, has fur. Animals have fur. I think you can see where I'm going with this. Now, I'm not a botanist, but I know for a fact that animals covered themselves with fur around 160 million years ago. And why did they do that? Because they were cold? Or because they wanted to be touched? Now, science is not going to answer that question. Okay, this is the point at which science abandons us and we are left alone with the fur and the silence. And in the silence, God. Now, with your permission, I want to invite two humans up here to help me. Okay? Just make yourselves. Okay, I'm going to be between you, so don't look at them. Okay, you guys go ahead. When you're ready, go ahead. Don't look at them. They're going to be stimulating your peripheral vision, which is connected to your animal self. Okay, look at me. Don't look at them. Now, the single question I've devoted my life to answering is, in a world with so many animals covered in fur, and so many humans with on average 1.9 hands each, why is there such a chasm between us? I mean, right now, we are all sitting here, not touching, and I guarantee you there are dozens of animals out there, befurred, waiting to be touched. Waiting for a touch that never comes. What is the cause of this tragedy? I call that a tragedy. Don't look. If I cared about what you thought, I might ask you this question: what is the cause of this tragedy? Each one of you will give me a different answer. Allergies, childhood trauma, germs, body shame, agnosticism. We are so good at coming up with excuses, aren't we? Because there is that within us which resists all change. And that is the real tragedy. There is so little time before the Earth's magnetic field collapses. And in that little time, there is a littler time, which is our lives. Do you understand? We are born, we, God, and then we die. And in that littlest time, do we want to be touching? Or do we want to be sitting in the dark waiting to be touched? You know the answer, don't look at that. I want you, in this year, 2014, touch what wants to be touched. Happy New Year. We're going to take a 10-minute break, we'll be back soon.